So my family went for a trip up to northern Utah for my sister's wedding. It was a really good event. Everything went very nicely. And of course, I was looking around at Mustangs while I was up there, and I met up with some Mustang friends, so I'm going to show their cars in a minute. But I saw this Mustang 3-valve GT, and it had a set of Mach 1 wheels on it. So I was really excited to see that, and it pulled in the parking lot where we were, so I took pictures of it. And there was this bright Atlantic blue Mustang V6. And this is a group of Mustangs up there, friends of mine who I was going to meet up with. Not all of them came, but it was all right. It was real short notice, and it was just something to do and hang out with. And speaking of things to do, I found this Ford SVT Lightning, and it's a Fast and the Furious edition that's really nice with the rubber tires and the actual writing on the door and everything. So I bought that one at Walmart. And then there was this really cool place in the mall that had a lot of Hot Wheels for sale. And these are the treasure hunts. If you know anything about the treasure hunts, they're more valuable. But this one was priced at $200 because it's a Trans Am that is missing the bird on the hood. And it's said to be one of the only ones of the treasure hunts that's missing the bird on the hood. So they had it priced pretty high, but that was pretty cool to see. I did not buy that one. But going through the neighborhoods, I'd see Mustangs. We went to go to a park and hang out, and I saw this silver Mustang V6. It was a 99, and I just had to get out and get a picture of it and video. I'm looking at it. It looks like the back quarter panels on both sides are pretty messed up. It had California license plates on it, so not sure, but automatic V6, 99, so pretty cool to see that. And as I was going, I saw this '03 V6 Mustang, white, and parked in. Anyway, beautiful day at the temple. We had a great time up there as a family. This is the Payson, Utah temple for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And it was such a nice bright day. I just had to take a picture of how nice the sidewalks were and the sun shining and everything. Great to be with the family. And then we went to a reception for my sister afterwards. And this was at a golf course. Danny Johnson on the golf course. Our private estate. And then driving around, we went to a 7-Eleven, and I saw this really nice 64 to 66 Mustang Fastback parked behind this bank. And the bank was closed, and it was just parked here in the shade, and I just had to drive over and get a little video of it. It looked really nice. What a good-looking car up here in northern Utah. And then my sister called me, and she has a brand new truck. It has less than 1,000 miles on it, and it would not start. So I'll probably make a little video about this, but I went up there and I helped her out. I disconnected the battery here. It had this weird thing where it was stuck in the start mode. You know, you push the start button and everything lit up, but it was all frozen. So I went ahead and did that. If it wasn't for that, she was going to have it towed to the dealership and everything. And she was on the phone with her husband, who wasn't around. He's down in Texas working for Tesla. And her father-in-law is a mechanic, and he said probably just get it towed, but I went and did that, and that fixed it. And while we were there, a cool black Bullet pulled through into the parking lot. And that's funny because I was just thinking about how I never see any of the black ones. But anyway, I wanted to meet up with some Mustang friends while I was up there now that the wedding was over and we were just going to the mall and hanging out. And I had a couple of good friends here, and one of them has a 2-valve Mustang on the left. I believe it's an '03 GT that's black. And the other one is a white Mach 1 that's supercharged. And unfortunately, the Mach 1 had a really burned up engine. The pistons were melted really bad. The valves were all burned up. And he bought it for a pretty good price. And anyway, he's been working on that car. So I went over and I got to go see the car. And here's a picture of the Mach 1. And he's pulled the engine out, and he's had the machine shop do the heads and do a lot of work. And he has the block taken. And it actually already had forged internals. But here's looking at the heads, the machine shop's going through them and everything, like I said, and some more pictures of that, and you'll see the burned up piston here. But I had a great time hanging out with him and his friend. We all got along really well, and it was really nice to be around people who all enjoy each other's company and can talk Mustangs all night. I mean, man, we could have talked forever. I had to get back to the hotel and get ready to get up early the next morning, but man, this was really fun to talk to him. There's that burned up piston. And so we had a great night, had a lot of fun talking and planning. In the future, he's going to come down to southern Utah and hang out with me, and we're going to do a lot of car stuff, and his friend John here too. We're all going to get together and have some really cool Mustang stuff later on, so we're all looking forward to that once his Mach 1's put back together and finished. And he's going to do a good job with that, I can tell. He's really good at it. Getting back to the hotel, I laughed so hard to see that this smoker was chained to a pole. They're like, ain't nobody going to take this smoker. But I did try to reach out to a bunch of friends up there, and one of them was the new owner of my old GT, or more commonly known as my sister's old GT, from the channel that you've probably seen the updates on. And he had just gotten back from a really cool youth trip with the church. It's called Trek, where they go and visit historic pioneer sites, and you go push a hand cart and act like the pioneers did to see what it was like to be them. And I did that when I was younger. It was a really great experience. And so he wasn't able to get my messages when I told him I was up north and that we should all get together. And when he did get my message, he had just gotten back into town, and he really wanted to meet up and show me the car and see how good it looked. And so he brought it over to the hotel that night, and we stayed up late talking. It was good to see the car. We were going to meet up the next morning, but it just worked out better since he was out driving around and he was nearby. He lived really close, so he decided to come over and show me the car, and it looked really good. Wheels are stock on the front because the tires were bad on the front. They were low and stuff, but he might be trading these wheels for some black bullets. He's not sure yet, but anyway, just wanted to show me the car. So that was really fun, and it was really nice to go up north and visit and hang out. And so now we headed to Cedar Mountain, which is near Cedar Breaks. And there's a really nice place up there called Navajo Lake, and my friend really loves going up there on his bullet bikes, and he rides these really nice roads up here in the mountains, and he said it'd be great to go there. But my wife really wanted to go kayaking and camping up there, so we decided to make a trip out of it. Since we were already up that way, we took the kayaks with us and everything. There's a squirrel there in the middle, or a chipmunk. I always get the two mixed up, but playing around in the tree there is really nice to see the wildlife. But getting up in the mountains was really nice. Here's some view there. It was a big wait because they went to one lane and there was a lot of people trying to get up there, so it was kind of tough to wait on the road like that. But then once we got up there, it was really nice and worth it. And so here's the Tahoe at the Navajo Lake area. The Tahoe has been really good. I've done a couple update videos on it, and it's been running great. 240,000 miles and taking us all over the place and hauling Mustangs and Mustang parts and kayaks all over the place. And because of this Tahoe, I've owned it outright since I bought it back in 2014, I think. And because of the Tahoe and how reliable and good of a vehicle it's been, I've been able to put more money into Mustangs and buying Mustangs. So I do have to give the Tahoe a good shout out, and you know, because of it I can do all these things and have my Mustangs. So here's Navajo Lake, a pretty nice place. The water wasn't even that cold. It was a little chilly to get into, but it was, you know, decent. So then we headed towards our campground, which was nearby, and that was a really nice place. We got the best spot. It had this nice little area down here for the tent and a little campfire and everything, and it was right at the edge there. The other campsites were on the road, so this was the better one because it was secluded, and even though there were people all around in every direction, it worked out. Now, what's this? This here is my airbag out of the Mustang. I had mentioned I wanted to do something cool with this airbag, so I used it to haul wood in. So we cut down a tree in our side yard that was dying, and we put all the wood in an airbag that was used out of the yellow Mustang. This might have been from the silver Mustang. Can't remember which one. But anyway, nice little camping trip, and I made a funny commercial with the Tahoe. James Garner, who starred in the Rockford Files, did a commercial for Chevrolet with the Tahoe, and it was pretty cool of him just talking about going out and being alone and having no roads or no signs and taking the Chevy Tahoe. And so I made a little commercial like that. And so I might put it on my Instagram, we'll see. But anyway, this was a really nice little trail, and the wildflowers were just really nice. It was just such a beautiful day. A little bit of wind, but it wasn't cold or anything. It was nice up there in the mountains. It's 100 degrees downtown, so up here I think it was in the 70s or so. And you have a very diverse area here. I mean, very beautiful with wildlife and these flowers I just couldn't get enough of, and they were all over the place, just fields and fields of them. And then you take the trail and you take a couple bends, and the next thing you know, you come up to this overlook. And this is a very beautiful overlook of Cedar Breaks. And so I am surprised at the diversity of the terrain around here. It is just absolutely breathtaking, and it is so beautiful to come up here and camp a little bit. Now, this was all my wife's idea. It's good of her to give some diversity in my life with camping and kayaking and doing things other than Mustangs, because I just do Mustangs 24/7, and you probably know that by now. But this was a really good vacation. It was nice to be together as a family. We played cards in the tent and just had a lot of fun together. And so this was a very, very nice place to go, and it wasn't very far. I mean, this is probably 2 hours from my house at the most, and so just very interesting to see all the color differences in the mountain ranges and everything. And so as we started walking back, they had actually paved a really nice sidewalk trail, so we took that back to the campground. I was very surprised. It made it very convenient, very nice to go for a family walk out here. And the campground lead stayed on site, and she had this really nice Rubicon with a tent on top. It's pretty sweet. So anyway, took some photo shots of the Tahoe, some pretty cool glamour shots of it up in the camping area. And then the next morning we headed out, and we paid for the pass to be there. So I guess we found out we had to pay for the pass to be in the park if we're camping nearby. So we thought we might as well make the best of it and go ahead and do a little hiking while we're there. There's the city down below, that's Cedar City, so pretty cool to see. I just thought I'd take some scenic shots of all this and just let people see what it's like, because I know a lot of people come from all over the world to see something like this, and I was actually surprised at how close to the edges all these trails were, and there weren't any guardrails or anything, or anything to keep people off the side of the hill. But anyway, very beautiful terrain, very nice place, very good vacation. It was a lot of fun, so I just wanted to share this with everybody and take a little bit of shots of the Tahoe. It's doing a great job for us, like I said, and we were able to get home and have a little bit of a rest, and then the 4th of July parade was going on the next morning, so it's like we were just waking up early every morning to do something. But I was happy to get back to the 4th of July parade, and it's pretty cool because my brother and I had our Mach 1s in that parade a couple of years ago. That was really fun. And then I saw this New Edge Mustang, so it looked like an '03 Mustang V6 that was in the parade. So pretty cool to see that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.